Hey guys, it's Katie and this is My Life with vEDS. I wanted to provide you an update on my week. So, Tuesday I met a neurosurgeon and I didn't really want, that was like the first appointment I think recently where I really wish I had someone there, but most things I like to do by myself. So, I got there and I was like, oh shit. Anyway, so the neurosurgeon appointment was to evaluate whether or not the pseudoaneurysm that's in my left internal carotid could be causing my TIA symptoms. And my TIA symptoms have been on both sides of my body. So it would indicate somewhere in the back of the brain, like the brainstem area, posterior circulation, is what it's called. So I didn't really think that something over here could be causing it back there, if that makes sense, but wanted to rule it out. And I was really dreading it because I didn't want him to tell me, yes, I think that's it, and I want to operate on your brain. And luckily that didn't happen. So he straight up said, well, I don't think it could cause it because it's in the wrong part of your brain. Great. But the appointment, other than that, was a little bit rough. He asked me what kind of Ehlers-Danlos I had, and I said vascular Ehlers-Danlos. He's like, yeah, but what type? I'm like, vascular. He's like, no, but like type 1, type 2. I'm like, no, type 4. And he's like, oh. Like, I told them when I made the appointment what I had and what it meant. I've had this appointment for like a month. I felt like he had plenty of time. And it was kind of frustrating from that point. And then once he realized that that's the type that I had, he made sure to tell me that there's really nothing he could do for me. And it made me feel, it brought up those feelings of hopelessness that you first feel when you're diagnosed. And I didn't really need that. I know how serious my condition is. And as much as people, like my vascular surgeon told me that he's a great surgeon and I should have him on my team in case something ruptures, he did not portray any kind of hopefulness. It was more, in the case of an emergency, I really probably wouldn't even do anything. And that hurt. That hurt a lot. So I think I will probably be finding another neurosurgeon, which is one of the things that I tell people is something I advocate for. If you don't click with your doctor, if you don't like your doctor, you don't trust your doctor, find a different doctor. As much as he might be a great neurosurgeon, I left that appointment feeling like crap. I went back to work. I tried to hold it together for the rest of the day, and I couldn't. And so I went home early that afternoon, cried it out, took a nap, and then I got myself back up and I went to the gym that night just like I would if I had stayed all the way to the end of work and picked myself back up. But it's not that easy to do. And I don't need a doctor. I don't feel like I need a doctor that's going to bring me down. So that was my day on Tuesday. It was a little rough, but the good news out of it is that saw a neurosurgeon. He doesn't think that my pseudoaneurysm is to blame, and I can move on from that. So that's one thing crossed off, you know. I have a tilt table test next Friday, and that will, like I said before, it'll be either really freeing or I'll be getting confirmation that I'm doing the right things with the compression socks at night. It's early in the morning. I'm not allowed to eat or drink after midnight the night before. And then I have to be at the hospital at like 5:30 in the morning. And then if they can't replicate my TIAs or symptoms of a TIA or events or whatever the hell they are, if they can't replicate it using the tilt table test, then they're going to insert that loop recorder that I talked about, that permanent heart monitor. It'll be in there for up to 3 years. And we'll see. I'm still convinced it's a heart thing. I'm not convinced that it's POTS. I feel like postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome or another form of dysautonomia. I feel like if it was that, I should have had symptoms my whole life of that. And now I'm 29 and all of a sudden I have these. So that doesn't make much sense to me. And so I don't think that that's what it is. But if it is, we'll be happy to get an answer. So one way or the other, I'm sure it's going to be a fun morning. But I'll make it through. So thanks for listening to me vent. I feel like this is more of like a vent video. I needed to vent. So thanks for listening. If you haven't yet done the survey that the vEDS Collaborative put out for prioritizing the research questions that we developed at the meeting in July, do that. I'm still putting it in the description of these videos. You probably already did it, but if you didn't, do it. We need to get moving, and I'm really excited to get moving on this. I feel like we're kind of starting from zero a little bit, and it's kind of exciting to be part of this. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.